Have you ever noticed that sometimes you want to be productive, but you just don't feel motivated at all? And the worst part is, you wait for motivation, but it never comes. So the real question is, how do successful people stay productive even when they don't feel like it? In this video, I'll show you simple ways to stay productive without depending on motivation at all. Before we start, this channel is new, and your support means a lot. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe and help me reach 1,000 subscribers. It will really motivate me to bring more useful content like this for you. Today we'll go through 10 simple points that will help you stay productive even on low motivation days. 1. Start with small tasks. When you don't feel motivated, the biggest mistake people make is that they try to do something very big or complicated right away. This often makes the task feel overwhelming, and then they end up doing nothing at all. Instead of thinking about the whole work, you should start with very small and simple tasks. For example, you can begin by making your bed, cleaning your desk, opening your notebook, or just writing one line. These small actions may seem unimportant, but they help your brain get into work mode. Once you complete a small task, you start feeling a little sense of progress, and that naturally pushes you to do more. In this way, small tasks act like a starting push that slowly builds momentum and makes bigger tasks much easier to handle. 2. Follow a fixed routine. Following a fixed routine means doing your daily activities at the same time every day so your mind and body get used to a pattern. When you repeat the same schedule regularly, your brain slowly stops thinking too much about what to do next and starts working on autopilot. This makes your day smoother and more productive because you are not wasting time deciding or delaying tasks. For example, if you study, exercise, or work at a fixed time daily, your brain naturally prepares itself for that activity without extra effort. Over time, it becomes a habit, and you don't need motivation to start. It just becomes part of your lifestyle. A fixed routine also reduces stress and confusion because everything has its own time, and you simply follow the flow of your day. 3. Use the 5-minute rule. The 5-minute rule is a simple but very powerful trick to beat laziness and low motivation. When you feel like avoiding a task, instead of saying, "I will do it later," or "I don't feel like doing it," just tell yourself, "I will do this for only 5 minutes." The idea is that you are not forcing yourself to finish the entire work. You are only committing to a very small time limit. This makes the task feel much easier and less stressful, because 5 minutes is something almost anyone can handle. Most of the time, once you actually start working, you don't want to stop after 5 minutes. Your brain naturally gets into the flow, and you continue the task without even realizing it. This happens because starting is usually the hardest part, not the work itself. 4. Remove distractions. Removing distractions means creating an environment where nothing interrupts your focus while you are working. In today's world, the biggest distraction is usually the phone. Constant notifications, messages, social media, and videos can easily break your concentration and pull you away from your tasks. Even a small break to check your phone can turn into 10 to 20 minutes of wasted time without you realizing it. To stay productive, you should keep your phone away from your reach or switch it to silent or do not disturb mode while working. You can also log out of social media apps or turn off notifications so you are not tempted again and again. A clean and quiet workspace also helps a lot because when your surroundings are simple and distraction-free, your mind can focus better. The more you control distractions, the easier it becomes to stay consistent and finish your work faster. 5. Break big work into small parts. When a task looks very big or complicated, it often creates pressure in your mind and makes you feel like you don't want to start at all. This is because your brain sees the whole work as one large challenge instead of something manageable. To overcome this, you should break big work into small, and simple parts. When you divide a large task into smaller steps, it automatically becomes less stressful and much easier to handle. For example, if you have to study a full chapter, don't try to finish it all at once. Instead, break it into sections like reading one page, then summarizing it, and then revising it later. Similarly, if you have a big project, divide it into planning, research, writing, and editing. Each small step feels achievable, and completing them gives you a sense of progress and confidence. This step-by-step approach keeps you motivated and helps you move forward without feeling overwhelmed. 6. Set clear goals for the day. Setting clear goals for the day means deciding in advance what exactly you want to achieve before your day gets busy or distracting. When you don't have a clear plan, you often waste time thinking about what to do next or get stuck in unimportant activities. But when you already know your priorities, your mind stays focused and you work with a clear direction. A good way to do this is to write down 2 to 3 important tasks that you must complete today. That these should be the most meaningful and productive things, not random small activities. Once your goals are written, your brain treats them as a target and you naturally start working towards them. This habit also reduces confusion and stress because you are not trying to do everything at once. Instead, you are focusing only on what truly matters for the day. When you complete these small daily goals, it gives you a sense of achievement and keeps you consistent over time. 7. Use a Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro technique is a very simple and effective method to improve focus and productivity. In this method, you divide your work into short, focused time blocks. You set a timer for 25 minutes and work with full concentration during that time without any distractions. After 25 minutes, you take a short 5-minute break to relax your mind. This cycle is then repeated again. This technique works so well because our brain can focus better in short intervals rather than long, tiring hours. When you know you only have to work for 25 minutes, the task feels easier to start and less overwhelming. During the break, you can stretch, drink water, or relax a bit so your mind stays fresh. By repeating this cycle, you maintain a balance between focus and rest. It prevents burnout and helps you stay productive for longer periods without feeling mentally exhausted. Over time, it also trains your brain to focus deeply in short bursts, which improves your overall efficiency. 8. Don't wait for perfect mood. Many people make the mistake of thinking they will start working only when they feel ready or in the perfect mood. But the truth is, the perfect mood rarely comes. If you keep waiting for motivation or the right feeling, you will keep delaying your work and waste a lot of time. Productivity doesn't depend on how you feel at the moment. It depends on what you choose to do despite how you feel. This is where discipline becomes more important than motivation. Motivation can come and go, but discipline means doing your work even when you don't feel like it. It is about building a habit of action, not emotion. For example, even if you are tired or not interested, you still sit down and start your task because it needs to be done. When you stop waiting for the perfect mood and start taking action anyway, you slowly train your brain to work without excuses. Over time, this builds consistency, and consistency is what leads to real progress and success. 9. Track your progress. Tracking your progress means keeping a simple record of what you have completed during the day so you can clearly see how much work you are actually doing. When you finish a task and check it off, it gives your brain a small feeling of achievement. This feeling is important because it creates positive reinforcement, which encourages you to keep going and complete more tasks. You can track your progress in a very simple way, like using a to-do list, a notebook, or even a mobile app. Every time you complete something, just tick it off or cross it out. Even small tasks should be marked because they all contribute to your overall productivity. This habit also helps you stay organized and aware of your performance. 10. Reward yourself. Rewarding yourself means giving your mind a small treat after completing your work or finishing an important task. This is a powerful way to build consistency because your brain starts linking hard work with something positive. When you know that a reward is waiting for you after finishing a task, it becomes easier to stay focused and push through laziness. Your reward doesn't have to be big or expensive. This method works because it creates a balance between work and enjoyment. It prevents burnout and keeps your motivation stable over time. Slowly, your brain learns that completing tasks leads to satisfaction, which makes you more likely to stay productive even on days when motivation is low. If you follow even a few of these points, you'll notice that productivity doesn't need motivation. It just needs action.